to Creative Chess channel. My name is Novik Vagalina. I'm a women feeder master, and today we are going to start a new course. I was thinking about it for a couple of weeks, what to do, how to plan, and now I exactly know what we are going to start with and finish with. This course is mostly for people with a rating from, let us say, 500 only chess up to 1500, 1600. So why did I decide to start with, let us say, from the very beginning? Because from time to time, and now I'm playing more and more simus, I'm facing people with a quite low rating. Before playing simus, I never faced them, yes, and now I start playing in simus and see that they are making a lot of common mistakes in the openings. And that's why I want you not to make these mistakes, to start from the very basics, from the very rules. We're going to speak about opening rules, middle game strategy, about the end game technique. But today what I'm going to tell you about, it's F6 move. So why did I decide to speak about this? First of all, I have some subscribers who play this move again and again. Yes, they're quite low rated, but they're making this move again and again. Actually, I want to show you the game which was played by me and one of my subscribers in the simu. Actually, I was playing white, he was playing black. Scandinavian defense. I play d4, e5. Yeah, already a very strange move because he's giving me a pawn. Of course, I took it. And after check, bishop to g6, I played bishop f4, and he played this terrible move f6. So what is terrible about this? First of all, f6 move weakens your light squares. Secondly, you see that exactly in this position I have this very strong move, queen h5, and actually I played it. And now he can't play g6. Actually, this was played in the game because the other moves are even worse, because it will be checkmate with the queen. But so you see he played g6. The problem for black in these cases is that I can take the pawn and he can't take my knight because the rook is hanging. The game proceeded with bishop takes. I took the rook, it's check, and my opponent just played king f8 and was checkmated. And he's not the only one. This wasn't the only game which was played with when my opponents played this terrible f6 move on move 2, 3, 4. And of course, guys, I want to tell you, don't play this move. It's a bad move. Okay, let's, for example, do like this. Play f6 right now. Usually it's not played on move 1, it's played on, as I told you, on some other moves in the beginning of the game. But why is it bad? First of all, as I have already told you, it weakens light squares. I always, when my opponent plays f6, the first opportunity I look at is just to play queen h5. Yeah. Of course, here it's useless because g6. Yeah, and that's all, and our queen has to retreat. It's useless here. That's why here is a bad move. But in general, sometimes there is, like was in this game against my subscriber, yes, that if there is, let us say, like here, you see the knight or sometimes the bishop, which can take this g6 pawn, then certainly we should play queen h5 and then just try to take the rook. Yeah, but okay, let's return. So, but the weakening light squares is not the only disadvantage here. Disadvantage number 2 is that his knight now can't go on the right on f6 square, and we know that quite often knights are standing there. And you see that the move is really very bad. I want to show you a very famous trap. Actually, it's connected with the f6 move, but the story is very funny because this trap I was shown in my childhood, and I thought that I would never find a player who would play this in offline game. And can you imagine, I was already a chess coach in a chess club, and there was a competition between some organizations. And I was playing for a chess club, of course, for the organization of our chess club. And in one round, in round 5, for example, we were playing against the team of 5 fighters. I was sitting, waiting for my opponent, and I saw him. Strong man, big man, 5-fighter. And we started our game. Let's have a look at it. So the 5-fighter was playing black. I played the e4. He played e5. I played knight f3, and out of a sudden he played f6, and I thought, yes, finally. Finally somebody played this f6 move, and now I was ready, and I showed him, gave him a free lesson, yeah? How to punish for such f6 moves. Yeah, guys, if you have never seen this trap, you should definitely know it. Repeat on your wooden chessboard. If your opponent plays f6, of course you need to take the c5 pawn. If you don't know this trap, you will never do it. Yes, if you don't know, I think it's difficult to find that you need to take. Maybe not that, yeah, but guys, it's quite tricky. That's why it's better to know. So I took 5-fighter, maybe thought that I'm very silly and giving him a knight, but of course it's not like that. I played queen h5, check. Now g6 is not working because I would take on e5, and you see the rook is hanging, it's check and the rook, yeah? So that's why after queen h5, usually king goes to e7, and now starts a very mighty, powerful attack. I took this pawn on e5, king goes, and I like to show this example, not only speaking about f6, that it's bad and so on. I like to show this move to my students, just this variation, yes, this trap, because here I like the way black is attacking. Every move, with every move, they put the piece into the game. It's very important and shows that we need to attack like this. Not to check with only one queen to and fro, yes, but again and again, so one more piece. Check. King runs. Queen f5, and you see that bishop now is looking at this poor king. And with the move d4 or d3, doesn't matter. Our third piece, you see, 1, 2, 3, and just already attacking the king. Okay, g5, and now I like this move, very creative move, which is should be played by white. And this move, with the help of this move, we just put another piece into the game. So guys, find and remember this wonderful move. Of course, we can use this move not only in this variation. Maybe one day you have something like that, position something like that. h4 was played. You see, this way we want to put our rook into the game. And let us say knight c6 and checkmate into attacking the king and checkmate. Actually, that was our game with the 5-fighter. He resigned and went to rescue people's lives. But he wasn't a professional guy. That's why he didn't know this trap. But we guys should do this. So, you see, to play f6 is very bad. But chess wasn't that good, there wouldn't be a lot of exclusions here. That's why we need to play creative chess. I want to show you one variation which I play every day. I played for black. Let's flip the board. You know that I'm an e6 player. That's why it's variation in French. A lot of people, I would say nowadays, is becoming the most popular variation for white, is that they're using exchange variation, which in reality is very boring. It's very bad for white, because here they are fighting for a draw, and that's usually what's going on with my opponents, because all of them, nearly like 90% after 15 moves, offer me a draw. To play white for a draw is not the best option. And actually for me it's boring, because it's very difficult to avoid all these exchanges, because it's exchange variation. And then play some end game, try to trick your opponent on some nuances. No, not very interesting. And once my friend, he's an FM, called me, and I was complaining that, oh my goodness, this exchange variation, which is very bad, boring, drawish. And he told me, so why not to play knight c6, bishop g4, queen d7, f6, and castle queenside. And I decided to try. And I have been playing this variation for 2 or 3 months already, and I can say that it's quite successful. I want to show you one game very quickly, which was played by me and my subscriber. Actually, I'm following my friend's plan. f6. Yes, guys. I've just told you that to play f6 is awful, awful, awful. That's right. But there are exclusions. Here I'm not going to castle kingside. It's my first excuse. So maybe he will not be able to use these light squares. Secondly, this f6 move doesn't allow his knight to jump. Of course, not right now, but in general, yes, for example, knight d2, queen goes, and knight can jump. So that was happened in the game. Actually, the idea not to make this exchange variation too boring, because you castle queenside, and now we have very interesting, risky, yeah, no doubts, but at the same time, interesting creative variation. I started attacking him with my pawns, and actually we're not going to stop on this game precisely. Yes, I just want to show you how I managed to outplay my opponent in just a couple of more moves. Okay, see already after h4, he made some quite strange decisions. I'm already a piece up, and in one move he resigned, because here you see he thought that I was attacking his rook. That's why he played rook to d1, but in reality I was going to checkmate him, and they won. Yeah, so I was speaking too much about f6, that it's bad, but I played myself on move 6 in this variation, in the exchange variation. It's the only variation out of a lot of variations I play where I play f6. And here it really works. But let's return. I would say like this, that if your opponent is quite low rated, like from 0, yes, let us say, to 1500, maybe even to 1600, and if he plays f6 on move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, usually it means that he is just a weak player. If I see that my opponent plays f6, I think, oh. But if f6 move is played by high-rated opponent, sometimes it means that it's just a tricky sideline. So, but in general, guys and girls, what I want to say, that every chess master was once a beginner. So I want to start this course and to go on with this course, just to make you better, try to improve your chess skills. So thanks for watching me, so please subscribe to my YouTube chess channel, see you in my next videos, and bye bye.